Hey, good morning, team. It is Tuesday, November 28th. I'm Amy Corr, and I'm here with Kevin Van Eck, and we are live out of the Goose Island office. We hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. We are down to, gosh, believe it or not, about the final 5 weeks of the year.
Closing in.
Holy cow.
Yep.
So this morning, what we want to talk a little bit about is your pipeline. Yes, I know we've mentioned this before, but I think these next 5 weeks are really significant if you can be intentional and thoughtful about things you can do to get your pipeline in motion so that you can have a great start to 2024. So on that note, fill up your coffee, hope it's warm and buzzing like mine is, and let's jump into the next episode of Coffee with Amy and Kevin.
That's right. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Yes, so we're going to talk about 2 things. As Amy said, anything we do now is going to directly impact not only the first 3 months of next year, but even through mid-year into Q3, because right now there's limited inventory, limited transactions. You need to capture every single opportunity. If someone from your database doesn't use you, remember the percentage of people that are actually transacting, at least as of today, is lower than it had been in the past. So you need to capture every opportunity, not only to maintain your business, but to grow it. We've got 2 ideas, relatively easy ideas that you can implement now to do exactly what we said, which is drive your business forward in the first half of 2024.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier because we thought we need to make these easy, right? We're not going to have a lot of time and energy. We get it. It's a busy time of year, but it's also a great time if you can just carve out some time to do a few of these things. To Kevin's point, this can really jumpstart your progress and your success for 2024. So the first one, I wish I could take credit for it because it is super cool. We actually took this from Keeping Current Matters, which is a great resource that we oftentimes use and reference just to get great ideas about business. And we've been talking about this at our local business planning sessions, but it's sort of a twist or a turn to the real estate review, which is an extremely great thing to do. But we know it takes a little more time, right? You're taking a look at comps and you're doing some analysis, and that can take a little bit of time in order to do a good one. So we wanted to I was going to say pare this down. You'll wait and see. But we want to kind of minimize this into something of value similar to that, but it's quick and easy for you to do. And it's called the PEAR. Yes, it is. And it is, I have to read this to make sure I get it right. It is the Professional Equity Assessment Report. I'm going to say that again because I sound smarter just by saying that.
You do.
Like if I say, Kevin, can I please do a Professional Equity Assessment Report for your house?
Of course, I say, of course.
Right away.
Sounds professional to start with. Sounds like something I want. And you sound very intelligent.
Yeah, see, bingo.
Yeah.
Way to go. So you might be asking, what is this Professional Equity Assessment Report, or the PEAR as we're referring to it? And it is really quite simple. If you have clients, even if you can do 10 to 15 of these by the end of the year, you simply take a past client's property, you take a look, and we do this all the time, you do a quick assessment of what you think the value is today of their house. Then step 2, once you get that number, step 2 is to use a resource like Remine, or maybe your local title company. Sometimes there's resources where they can help you get an understanding of what your client's current mortgage value is, or actually how much more they have left on their mortgage, right? So the balance of it, yes, thank you. Which means then you get the home value. So let's say that home value is $700,000, and then you find out that they have $300,000 left to pay on their mortgage. You're able to give them an equity assessment report that they have $400,000 worth of equity sitting in their home. Sometimes those numbers and seeing that math is what it takes to move the needle for a homeowner to say, oh my God, I didn't even realize that we've paid that much of our mortgage off. We have this much cash to work with. We've been talking about making a move. Maybe we should reach out to Amy. She seems really smart, right? And talk to her about it. So it's a great way to start an initial conversation. And I love it because you sound super professional, very smart, and you're going straight to the heart of what matters to them, which is how well is their asset doing and how can it take them to maybe where they want to go next.
That's right. You're highlighting it for them. They may know it when they see their mortgage statement, but things are so electronic now. No one's writing a check and really honing in on what the equity they might have. So this is good. I love this.
And one thing, don't get hung up if you're not certain if the mortgage amount is completely accurate. This is a conversation starter, right? It's kind of like dangling
Sure.
the carrot. You have an idea of what you think their home value is worth based off of what you know before you've seen it. Maybe it's been 3 years since you've been in the house.
Right.
You have an understanding based off of data that you've got that their mortgage is at a certain value. Again, and then you're just giving them an assessment of what you think it is. It starts the conversation, and if somebody's interested, they're going to want to talk to you to see, how close to that number they really are.
It's a great point, because the more complicated you make it, the less easy it is to do it.
You're right.
So
right.
keep it
Simple.
simple. That's
Simple.
right.
Yeah.
The number 2 then is going to go more towards the touchy-feely side. This is kind of really following up on last week with Thanksgiving and the gratitudes. This is taking it a step further, which is maybe highlighting the top 10, 20, 50, 100 of your top people. Maybe you start with most recently closed past clients that you have, or your top referral base. But let's go a little bit further than just sending them a personal text on why you're grateful for them. Thank them for supporting you in your business. So send them an actual letter. And this takes a little bit of time. That's why do it with your most impactful people. Don't have lofty goals of sending it out to 300 people, because it will be less impactful, because it will be less personal. Naturally, you're just going to start copying and pasting. So this is going to make people feel great at the end of the year. It's going to attract them to you, and maybe you combine both of these together.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I love this end of year wrap up, thanking them for supporting your business. And what we are going to do, because I know you're thinking these are great ideas, Amy and Kevin, now I got to get to it with my busy holiday schedule. What we've included in this email is a sample pair report that you can take a look at. And then we also have a sample of, it's a little bit more of a form letter if you are, wanting to just, send it out to maybe your top 50 or 100. You can go that route. Sure. It's not as personal, but we've got some great examples of letters that you can at least take a look at, and you can use as a template or a jumping off point for you to go ahead and maybe take those steps and get in front of some of the most important people in your sphere of influence. So we hope you found these 2 quick and important ideas for filling your pipeline useful. We hope you have a great Tuesday. Can't believe it's going to be December next week. Holy cow. But until then, we will see you in December. Remember, you got this.
Got this.